Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Fantastic Four Silver Surfer casting. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know about the Fantastic Four in terms of just their live action movie, so in comic books, obviously they have been very influential. First family, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, all that stuff. Great team, great family dynamic. They are super influential to the Marvel universe, despite what the movies have shown you guys, because they kind of show you guys that they're actually just jokes. They are not jokes. They are very, very important to this Marvel in general, right? So the first Fantastic Four movies obviously were by Fox. I know there was that jank one that no one cares about that was released ages ago because he wasn't supposed to, but the ones that we know, right? The Fox ones, then we had the Fan4Stick. That's it.
The one with Sex Doll Doom. That's I don't know what they were doing in that.
Listen,
yeah.
That's better than Hurricane Galactus.
Yeah, Hurricane
Galactus.
No,
I would rather take Hurricane Galactus. You know what Doom's weakness is in that fucking movie? Dirt.
I've never seen it. I don't care. He's better than Hurricane.
Literally, he gets defeated by dirt. I would rather take Hurricane Galactus than Dr. Doom being taken out by dirt any day.
I just want to make sure I point this out. I didn't see Fan4Stick because I already didn't like the other two, and I wasn't going to pay for another one. Especially wasn't going to pay for the fucking black Human Torch.
Congratulations then, because you dodged that movie like Neo dodging bullets in the Matrix, my guy. That is not a movie I would recommend to anyone. Even my worst enemy, who's probably rotting in jail right now, I wouldn't even make him watch it.
So then why just send me the link to that video?
You need to be in a mental asylum and you need to be in a straitjacket. So on Valentine's Day earlier this year, they finally announced the Fantastic Four casting, and obviously the ones that really stick out are obviously Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby. Obviously, they're going to be Richard and Sue Storm. Now, keep in mind, this Fantastic Four movie was actually announced at that Disney Investor Day back in 2020. Movie's gone through many delays itself, but they are finally going to be releasing it in 2025. Then, the Fantastic Four casting it's pretty good. It's overall all right. Pedro's not my, Reed Richards, but I hope he does a good job. I'm not too fond of him, but, all I can hope is he just does a good job. And all of them, right? Then, because they can't help themselves, they choose to actually give us Silver Surfer. Not the Norrin Rad you remember. They give us the female version, played by Julia Garner. Now, appearing to be like, hey, MSK, there's a female version of the Silver Surfer in the comics book, dude. Didn't you know that? All right, so let's just break all that logic completely apart, starting with step one. First of all, any retarded fan that uses logic like it was in the comic books, you are fucking retarded. I will explain to you why. Mostly everything has been done in comics. There's a reason why they can't make good stuff anymore, because they probably already did everything good from the very beginning, obviously. Just because it's in the comics does not make it good. Does not also mean that it was received very well. Just like a movie, right? Just because X famous director made a movie does not mean that movie was good. No, the fact of the matter is that also, which is my next point, which is 99% of people had to look up the fact that there was a female Silver Surfer. That goes to show you many things. The first one being, no one even know who the fuck that was. None of us. I know the fuck that was because she's not important. Nor does she matter. Then, kind of find out, this character came out in 2012. Oh, yeah, with all new, all different Marvel. Yeah, that line that sold so well for Marvel. They really doing it right now, right? Yeah, no, they actually chose to switch everything back because it was so trash. So for people out there that go, oh, it's not woke, it's a female Silver Surfer, it's always existed. It does not fucking matter. You yourself don't know she exists. Nobody that was around at the time paid for those stories or bought them. No one even knows who wrote those comics, nor even know who they're by.
Here's what I'll say. Whatever fucking timeline we're living in, or whatever, whatever multiverse event happened that got us on the road that we're on now, I wouldn't be shocked if before long we got live action versions of fucking Safe Space and Snowflake the way
Live
Marvel's
action
been
Squirrel
going.
Girl coming, man.
Didn't that comic never make it to print?
It never did because the fucking backlash was so bad.
Backlash was so bad that even Marvel themselves were like, you know what? Yeah,
Dude, hold on.
Nah.
Guys, internet gas? Internet gas?
But hey, Kibble Smith at least got his Santa husband out.
Oh, for God's sake. I do remember.
Yeah.
He made a book called Santa's Husband that was basically made for kids.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious.
Also to mention, let's just go over this, okay? So with the female Silver Surfer, people are going to say, what was in the comic books? All right, cool. There was a Batman run where Batman, in the comics, fed Robin rats. So if you're going to use it's in the comic books, I guess you might as well just use every single bad idea, right? That doesn't, it's a non-point is what it basically means. It means nothing. First of all, let's just be completely honest with ourselves here. Let's not even gaslight you guys to think this. Every person on this planet who knows who Norrin Radd is and knows who Silver Surfer is knows him by the dude. Nobody knows that there's a female version of her. Everyone that thinks of Silver Surfer thinks of man, dude. The guy that had his planet, who's basically his story goes like this. Galactus eats planets. He comes to his planet. Galactus comes to his planet. He says, I'm going to eat this planet. Norrin's like, I'll be your herald. I'll be your bidding. I'll find you other planets to eat. Okay, there you go. It's essentially what his character is. That's like for the easiest part to understand. That's it. Pretty tragic, right? Pretty complex character right there. He basically has to sacrifice the few to save the sacrifice the thousands to save his own family.
Isn't she his girlfriend?
In a version, yes. In that specific continuity, yeah.
He's one of the ultimate tragic heroes of the Marvel universe. Yeah,
him and Peter Parker.
And I'm thinking to myself, why? Why is she there? And people are gonna be like, well, it's DEI. Well, probably. That would be the obvious reason.
But the thing about this is there was literally no reason for them to do this, like, at all.
There's no reason at all to do it. And people are gonna be like, well, MSK, just wait until they announce the male version. Actually, the reason why I waited to do this video was because I waited for them to give us time to do it. God, I'm still waiting. Just like my dad's going to appear in my life. I'm still waiting, people. No, we're going to get a female Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four has never had a good movie in cinema ever. And the last one that you might ever get is going to have a female version of Silver Surfer that no one has ever heard about, knows who wrote her character, knows what book she's from. And
I will say this.
Know if she will actually impact the movie the way they think.
I will say this. I'm not ready to jump the gun and say the whole movie is going to be bad just because of this one character. But like you said, the problem with this is when you think Silver Surfer, immediately anyone who knows who the Silver Surfer is, they're thinking of Norrin Radd. They're not thinking of whoever this chick is or what multiverse she came from or, what run she had. When you think Silver Surfer, you think Norrin Radd. Anyone, everyone that heard about this casting is like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Who are you bringing it? What? No, nobody knows who this fucking character is. It's like you said, they're doing the exact same thing they did before, where they're bringing in a bunch of characters that no one gives a shit about. And once again, this is probably, it's going to be a situation where it's going to bite them on the ass.
Another thing on Twitter that people kept bringing up was like, whoa, she was in the comics. Can you, okay, so you're invested comic-wise. Show me what comics you own. Yeah. Needless to say, those were crickets. They didn't actually find that.
And you said she made her debut in 2012, so she's a recently new character.
Pretty sure she had a version of herself in 2012. That's I'm not actually invested in that character at all. That's just what I looked up myself, honestly.
But once again, even if she has been around since 2012, I guarantee if you talk to someone about the Silver Surfer, they're going to talk about Norrin Radd
all the time.
That nobody knows who nobody knows who this chick is.
Keep in mind, Fantastic Four have had now going on with this one coming up next year 4 chances. How many superheroes would kill to have 4 chances to convince people this is going to be a group? People legitimately only watch superhero movies for the most part and don't consume the comic books at all. Now, keep in mind, the movies have a really big impact on how people view these characters. People really don't think they're cool characters nor interesting because of how the movies have portrayed them. This was literally their last attempt I keep reminding, if this movie fails coming out next year, it's over. They're never getting anything ever again. I'm surprised they even got a fourth attempt. Fantastic Four, 4 attempts, the jokes write themselves.
John
But-
Krasinski in that shit movie had better reception than those four movies will be combined.
He actually looked like Mr. Fantastic too, which
He is
was
Mr.
constantly wa-
Fantastic.
I was
man.
constantly waiting for John to look at the camera.
Yeah.
and almost wink. You know what I mean? But the thing, it's crazy, like you said, because we literally just got done talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. After that, we've got this, Thunderbolts, and Captain America 4. And if they're still doing the same bullshit they've been doing ever since Endgame, MCU's not looking great. It's really not.
And here, I'll pull a Darnell and I'll have a little bit of hope, like me in myself, like I wasn't a kid. Maybe she'll do a good job. I'm not saying she won't or she will. I mean, she could come out and just act her ass off, blow my socks off. Yeah, I'm not really hoping for that.
If she does do a good job, cool. I mean, I'm not.
I'll give her props.
I'm not wishing for the actress to do bad at all, but just knowing Marvel's track record at this point, they're going to use this casting as some bullshit excuse to virtue signal and pander and just do the exact same bullshit they've been doing before
And attack the
How many
fans
prolific
when
fan-
it doesn't
how many-
go well.
How many
Right.
prolific castings have they had that they squandered away? John Krasinski, Christian Bale, right? They just had Christian Bale be the main villain in Thor: Love and Thunder, and they squandered him completely. And I'm supposed to expect they're going to take Julia Gardner and Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, and do well with them.
What's fucked up is Christian Bale is still the best thing about that movie.
No, it
All right.
isn't the guy from Stranger Things playing Johnny Storm?
Is that the guy?
I thought that's who they cast.
Joseph,
You got me.
Quinn.
You got me.
Yeah, Joseph Quinn. Joseph Quinn.
That would
All
actually
right.
be that actually be perfect.
Yeah.
Darnell, what do you think about the female Silver Surfer casting?
Surfer, just quote nerd erotic.
I hope for.
I'm gonna
I
go
hope-
take a shit.
Yeah, I might as well.
That
I
just
I hope for. I hope she does it well.
Mhm.
I hope that they give her something good to work with. Their records telling me they're not going to.
Mhm.
And I would love to come on your stream or whatever show we were on and say, I was wrong. That was fucking awesome. But I
Now,
don't
what are
think
the
it's gonna
chances of that?
I don't think it's gonna happen. Like Nate just said, it's going to be another movie to pander, lecture, and virtue signal.
Oh, just like Drunken said on the Deadpool thing, when that movie comes out next year, because it's coming out like a month after Superman Legacy or Superman or whatever the fuck it's going to be called, if it's not received well, the media, like he said before, will have their narratives, and it'll be like, "Oh, the fans hate the woman. It's coming back." I'm telling you right now, the playbook is already getting written.
They're already
right
writing the caption. They're already writing the titles right now.
You want to know what is if the test screenings already start to go downhill before the release of it, the media will already start coming out with those messages prior to going. The reason why this is not going to do well is because male audience doesn't like strong women.
They don't have to wait to
because-
see it. I believe they all have files on their computer, word files with the titles already written. They just removed the movie title and put in the new title.
So you're saying they're just using already predetermined
Oh, sure,
files.
yeah.
They have templates.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Templates.
They got templates of those males
old.
hate strong
old.
women
Like,
and just
I'm telling you
insert
right now,
insert
this
movie
will
title.
happen. And when
I
that
fi-
movie
I-
drops, this will be a thing. Oh, the fans hate female characters.
I forgot
Always
who it
think.
was. If it was the Quartering, Disparu,
Mm-hmm.
Neurotic, I forgot who it was, but they actually did a video showing, like a specific, like a couple different authors, their article titles were the exact same year to year for the same type of article, or like the movie pulled out and a different movie name put in.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it
it's
goes-
like
oh,
it's like those videos where you put all these newscasters side by side and they're literally saying the same damn thing, even though they're from Fox and CNN and all this other
Yeah.
shit.
Or it's the ones that use the articles. It goes back to the Charlie's Angels reboot
Right.
where they said this movie was not made for men.
then
Not
men
yeah.
agree.
a week later.
Obviously.
Why are men not coming to this movie?
Oh,
I mean,
I'll basically give you as an example. You know what happened with the Marvels? The Marvels recently, people were like, "Oh, they hate women. They hate women." Turns out, the biggest demographic to go and see the movie was men, not just any men. White men. White men were number one. Keep in mind, if all these men didn't go to see the Marvels, the movie's box office would have been even worse, actually. So keep in mind,
Yep.
I can already tell right now, that's probably the reason why they even did this casting, is that if people don't like it, because they already don't, and if the actual performance of her is not good as Silver Surfer, they already have their narratives already set. They're already preset.
I mean,
it's almost
she's
like
not
they're.
good.
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
you're good. I was just gonna make a dumb joke. Go ahead.
Oh,
Fucking
I'm
white
sorry
people.
for stepping on your dumb joke. Then
Well, he just took a shit, so he's good.
Yeah.
He's out of here. I'm just kidding. I wasn't like that. If I really like that, holy fuck.
Well, I've lost my train of thought.
Don't you love
It's
when that
okay.
happens?
It's okay. All I was gonna say is, I know she's a bad actress, but I mean, if Brie Larson was in my room right now, I would not be streaming with you guys. I'm just saying.
You
Oh!
is a terrible person.
Nate, I'm glad you're here. I saw something today that made me think of you.
Uh-oh.
Rumor is going around. Again, it's just rumor that Kiki Palmer is being tapped to play Rogue in a live action.
I read something about that, and I swear to God, I love Kiki Palmer, but no, stop.
And I would say
abort.
that would be-
Do not do it.
I would say that would be just as bad as this casting right here if that were to happen. So I'll start with Drunken. Anything else you want to say about the female Silver Surfer?
I just realized I remembered exactly what I was going to say, and it's how in movies they have plot armor for certain characters.
Mhm.
That's what they're doing with these characters. It's trying to be plot. It's trying to be movie armor, so that they have their already attack plans in place if it's not successful.
Like
they
with
have
Kenobi.
exactly what they were going to go with.
They're
So, I
totally
mean, that's-
waiting. They're
Yeah.
totally waiting to say, "You don't like my woman's? What do you mean you don't like my woman's?"
All
Hey,
right.
you want to know? I love the women's. So, but I just don't like what they're doing with these characters.
Right.
It's not the women, it's the shitty writing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Nath. Anything else you want to say about the female Silver Surfer?
Like I said, I'm gonna reserve judgment until I see the movie, just because she could do a good job. But once again, we're in a situation where when you talk about the Silver Surfer, the only version that people know is the Norrin Rad version, and I don't think unless they use her as a genuine excuse to just virtue signal and dog on men and give some political fucking speech, in my Fantastic Four movie.
Weird.
I'll rage out then, but until then, I'm gonna withhold my judgment until I see the movie.
Okay. Darnell, any closing
Oh.
thoughts on this?
Wait, I'm same thing with I'm with Nate 100% and Emerald 100%. I did see that possibly they're going to have a Norrin Rad, that she's just going to be part of like
Mhm.
maybe like where the four are going to originate from, because they're supposedly bringing them into the 616 or whatever
Okay.
the MCU is called.
Yeah.
And I'm not liking they're setting it in the 60s.
I mean,
But
Captain
the
Marvel
fact
was in the 90s.
No,
and-
I again, it brings me back to the prequel shit. Like, where have they been the last 60 years?
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
they're
It's the
from
same
a
with
different-
the
Right.
Eternals too.
if
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
from a different world. I can get behind that, but I'm reserving judgment. The from what I've seen of this woman's work, she's a pretty damn good actress.
Mhm.
Is she smart though?
I mean, she took this role, so I don't know. Let's see how much she pushes back.
Agent was lacking on this one.
Let's see how much she pushes back on the script if she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
To determine how
So
smart she is.
my closing thoughts on this is, like a lot of people on Twitter that day when this news dropped, they were like, well, this, that, and the third. And it's like, they already know their movies have been suffering. They already know that a good amount of their fans, I can say it's always 50-50 who you talk to, it's up to individuals,
That's true.
have not been
Hey.
liking what they've been putting out. And you're going to try and, because Bob Iger's constantly been talking about we need to make quality over quantity, focusing on our stronger franchises, those things he said, okay? And then they announced that shit. And it's like, how can you have faith in them then?
Now,
You know?
knowing how long it takes for something to happen in Hollywood, did he make this comment? And it's just like behind the scenes, like, hey, look, I'm going to say this, We got
Probably.
this shit coming out of the pipe. We can't stop it. Let's just get out there as quick as possible and get past
Yeah.
it and then put out the entertainment.
It's probably
I was
the
going to
reason,
say
honestly.
because
That could be,
I
yeah.
mean,
It's
I
giving
was
him the
going to
benefit
say,
of doubt, but
Yeah.
I was going to say because I think this movie was way into production, you know, before he even made those comments. So
yeah, like all this
Yeah.
shit, like Thunderbolts has been in production for a while. So has
Yeah.
Agatha and all this other shit. Before
Yeah.
he made the comment, he made the comment. Now it's like shit. We got to get this stuff out now. Let's just either push it back to people forget, or just rush it out and get past it.
he's
I will
like,
say
okay,
one final-
okay, go.
One final thought on this.
Sure.
Keep in
yeah.
mind that one of the screenplay writers wrote Terminator Dark Fate. That's all I'll
Oh
say.
God.
All right. Well, all of my hope just distinguished right at that very moment. So,
Your hope blip.
that's just God.
Gone, reduced to atoms.
I am
Keep in mind,
Dark
mates, anytime these castings happen, you have these fake comic book fans who are like, that happens in the comics. Anytime someone says that,
You know what?
I'm just already
What?
like, bro, you probably full of shit. Actually,
You know what? Fuck it. A lot of these modern writers are like Thanos. They're just sitting in a writing room going, "We are inevitable."
All right. So thank you guys for checking out this video. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King. Make sure to, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you are a returning viewer or new viewer, leave a like on this video. If you enjoyed it, comment down below. Turn on all notifications. And we are signing out. See you guys later. Peace.